All right, here we go. This is my version of It's Gonna Be Better Than Your Boyfriend Brownies. What I'm gonna do is these are, each box of these chewy fudge brownies, Duncan Hines, are 13 by 9. So I'm using 2 boxes per 13 by 9 pan, so they're twice as thick. I'm gonna add chocolate chips, and I'm gonna add a whole layer of Reece Cups halfway in, and when that's done, I'm gonna add some salted caramel to some. You can jazz them up, make a like a topping for a German chocolate with the coconut and the pecans. I thought about making a cream cheese whipped honey frosting, but I'm just going to keep it simple, keep it rolling, and we'll see how this turns out. These are for a friend's memorial tonight, and so I'm going to add honey, probably drizzle it over at the end when done. He was a beekeeper, amongst a million other things he'd done, but he was really proud of his beekeeping, so I'm going to add that touch for everybody at the community so they can kind of, I don't know, cooking's my love language. We all loved him, so I'm gonna add some honey to it and we'll make it happen. I'm making 2 batches is what I'm doing here. If you're wondering why I've got 4 packs. I've got a batch for the community and I got a batch for my family. No way I can make my special brownies and not include them in it. That would get me beat up by a bunch of little kids and fiance. I'm gonna make a little volcano thing right in the middle. Just this time my home ec teacher taught me how to do it. Here's all my wet ingredients all in one. Oil, water, eggs. Alright, I got it mostly stirred up. There's still some powder in there. So now, Semisweet chocolate chips. I'm at about half and then fold the rest in. Just folding all these is what I'm doing. Alright, I've got my 2 pans here. I'm going to grease them. Just get a good thin coat on all surface areas it's going to touch. Try to get a good layer down in each pan. Just doing half and half estimately. Leave them back from the edges just a little bit. It's not rocket science. Alright, now I'm just going to slather them the rest equal. Alright, to keep the heat directly off these pans, I'm going to cook them underneath a baking sheet. And I'm going to check them at 50 minutes. There's so much chocolate in here you can't normally toothpick them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover them with aluminum foil, give it 50 minutes, pull it out, check them. And I'm looking for just a little bit of jiggly in there when I leave them uncovered. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook them with a one of my meat thermometers. I'm going to stick it up there and bring it up to minimum temperature, make sure I have a reached minimum temperature, and they'll seem undercooked until they cool. Trust me, you want the centers of these at the minimum temperature to give that nice ooey gooey feeling. The outsides will be nice and hard and crunchy. There we go. Got the oven warmed up. I'm throwing them into, like I said, 50 minutes. I'll set my alarm. I'll come back out, pull them, or pull the aluminum foil off, and cook off the rest of the top, but cook it to the minimum temperature. I'll have it in the description. I think it's like 165, 170 right in there. I'll verify that for a fact. But yes, cook it to temperature, not to time, because these are so thick and so decadent, so scrumptious. Jeff, this here's the base for my Heartbreak Brownie. All right, here we are. Here's the Heartbreak Brownies. They've set out of the oven for about 30 minutes cooling. Got pressure cooked. It's sweetened condensed milk turned into caramel. Pressure cook it for 40 minutes. I got another video I'll link to, or maybe add in here in a little bit. But my plan is both of these to be half and half. So I'm hoping by adding a slit right here, it'll stop the caramel from coming across. This is what I'm going to try. Who knows if it'll work. This is still super hot too. Ooh. Put a generous amount on here. We got some coarse kosher salt. Can't really give you a measurement because we're just going to sprinkle it on fairly liberally, especially on the caramel, but I like it everywhere. I think the salt on the chocolates takes it to the next level. Because the memorial I'm going to tonight was for a beekeeper. Couldn't get any of his honey. I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know if it'll work, if it'll taste good. Everybody's getting some honey on here. These are my Heartbreak Brownies.